Now you're old and cute. Here we go. So we got the top 5 teams in the NFL as voted on by you and only you after 1 week in the season. Go.
Yeah, one man gets a vote. I go with the Bucs right here. They had an impressive win against, I think this is more a shot. They're not any higher because I don't think the Cowboys are that good. So they didn't really challenge the Bucs, so we don't know much about how that offensive line is going to hold up, how good Tom Brady and those receivers will be this year because they just ran the ball and dominated them defensively. So right now, I like the Bucs. They're going to be number 5. Number 4, we'll go with Justin Herbert and the Chargers. They made some additions, so they were not completely perfect on defense. They were a little rusty. They're getting together, even though they turned the ball over a lot. You see that throw? Justin Herbert is so good at football. He's only getting better, it appears. This team, again, they're in that group of death, so it's going to be tough for them to win a Super Bowl because it's going to be challenging, but I got them at number 4. Number 3, this is the one that's going to upset people.
Yeah.
Minnesota Vikings. Number 3. Number 3, the Minnesota Vikings. And this is my reason. The same reason why the Bucs, I have them a little lower because they beat a bad team. The Vikings beat a good team, and I was so impressed with their offensive play design because we looked at this game and people were thinking, you know what, you got to stop Justin Jefferson. They moved him around. They ran unique routes to make it really easy for him to get open and to take pressure off Kirk Cousins. Kirk Cousins is the reason why you might say they're not a Super Bowl caliber team. They made life incredibly easy for Kirk Cousins. Number 2, Josh Allen and the Bills. What they did to the defending Super Bowl champs was outstanding. They had some mistakes early in that game that made it closer than it should have been, but I don't think that the Rams are as good as they were last year. I don't think they're even close to that because of the losses that they've had. And the pass rush for the Bills was what really made me impressed with them. So we'll see how they do going on, but y'all know who number 1 is. It's Patrick Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs. I don't want to get tweeted at by his mama. I call him whatever she say to call him. So this team, the way that they came out and dominated, admittedly, not very good. Cardinals team was really impressive. They completely dominated them from start to finish, and we know they have the pedigree and the coaching staff.
Okay, so I know everyone is going to yell at you. Let me say this. The only thing I disagree with is that I would have Buffalo at number 1. I love your pick of Minnesota. You were saying you believe the Vikings are the best team in the NFC. Jeff Saturday, why did you react that way?
I think the Bucs are better than the Vikings right now, and I think the Eagles would make an argument for that same spot. So I like both of those teams. I like what Minnesota did, again, but his reasoning for why the Bucs aren't higher because they played Dallas, and then he puts Kansas City at 1 after they beat the Cardinals and the Bills beat the Super Bowl champions, and he bumps them to 2. The Harvard-educated brain didn't work. It didn't work this morning. It didn't work this morning.
You know who else would have the Eagles ahead of the Vikings? Domonique, like 3 segments ago, when he had the Eagles in the Super Bowl from the NFC. I'm watching the show.
So, Mike, do you want to explain it to him or do you want me to explain it to him? I think that they're going to win the Super Bowl, but you're asking me for my power rankings right now after week 1. This power rankings right now after week 1. This was the team that was most impressive to me. Right. And what they did to a much worse opponent is not anywhere close to what this team did against a much worse opponent.
Let me get Marcus
team that's going to beat Marcus.
Everyone's going to focus clearly.
Currently have sufficient power to do so.
Marcus, they're going to vote on. They're going to react to Minnesota. What do you think?
Look, Minnesota power ranking week 1, but to me the Chargers should be in front of Minnesota. The Chargers played a team that I think is going to be a playoff team in the Las Vegas Raiders, and then too, Fox, I ain't mad at the top 5. I would change the order. I would put Bills, I would put Chiefs, I would put Chargers, Vikings, Bucks. That's what I would do.
I stopped listening a long time ago.
At the end of the day, the interesting part of the conversation is Minnesota for real? Yes. And look, I mean, Michael Irvin is picking them before the season starts to have an enormous year. We're going to find out. But I am riding, regardless of what ridiculous things he's doing behind me right now. I am riding with my man Domonique. I think that the Vikings are going to be the surprise team in the NFC. Thank you for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.